Hello, this is Alex from ONG Tax and Accounting Services. If you're watching this video, chances are that you met a complete stranger online who promised to trade Forex and crypto on your behalf. They also promised you high, unrealistic returns on your investment. When it was time for you to cash in on your investment, you're being told to pay some taxes in advance before your funds can be transferred to you. This is a very common scam. It's very prevalent and it's happening more and more these days. We call it as the advance fee fraud. Now the question is, should you even pay taxes to retrieve your Forex and crypto profit? And the answer is no. In this video, we're going to talk about some of the social media platforms used by these scammers. We're going to talk about how they operate and where they operate. We will also review some real life stories. And then we will talk about how you, if you haven't been a victim already, how you can protect yourself. And then if you have been a victim, that's not the end of the world. We're going to show you where and how to report this type of fraud. So the first thing is we're going to take a look at the platforms that's used by these Forex and crypto scammers. Sometimes they use WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram. You'll find them in YouTube comment sections. And YouTube specifically and Facebook, we're going to show you how these scammers show up to kind of lure you into these investments. It all starts when a member of a discussion or a group recommends a broker who is making him or her a lot of money. The group post typically is accompanied by a link to a Telegram chat, a WhatsApp number, or other messaging app. Also, in the messaging app, victims may see reports of payout made to other traders. Now, these are fake statements, and they are meant to convince you as a trader that other people are making money in the program. But it's all cooked up. It's all fake. If you want to take a look at Facebook, in Facebook business pages, they are giving recommendation of a business or they are providing reviews, but they leave all these good stories such as some kind of a trader that has helped them make a lot of profit, and they write all this good stuff about the trader, and they leave a WhatsApp number, they leave an email address and all of that. So this is an example of some of the recommendations you will see on business pages on Facebook. All of these things are fake and you should not fall for it. We've looked at Facebook, how the scam starts. We're also going to look at YouTube right now and see how they operate here. And when I say the scammers, I'm talking about the crypto and the Forex scammers. These people basically find a YouTube channel that is very popular, has more viewers and has more subscribers. And that is where they actually broadcast their message. And this is where they get a lot of people. Let's take a look at an example here where we have this video, this YouTube video we're looking at. And in the comments, this person came in here and said that there's a guy on radio, blah, 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 who's talking about the importance of investing and how he made $460K in 4 months from a $160K investment. As you can see, there's 23 replies to this. It feels like they are forming a group. They have a group of people that all comes together and make this comment at the same time. This person has originally posted, and then you will get other people now starting to chime in and talking about how good this trader is that's being recommended. And then it keeps going on and on and on. And then at the end of the day, someone drops the contact of the trader they're talking about. So if you follow this comment here, it keeps talking about trading with Miss Michelle Rowland, and all these names are fake names. And as you scroll down, somewhere in the chat or in the comments, the WhatsApp number or the Discord group link or the Telegram group link will be provided. And as you can see from this conversation, all the discussion is centered around this individual called Miss Michelle Rowland. All of these people are in on this scam. It may be one person that has created so many profiles and commenting, or it may be a group that's out there to get you. Okay, so all of these things you read on YouTube where someone talks about the fact that there's a trader out there that's making good money for certain people, it's all lies. It's all scam, and don't fall for it. So this is an example of how the scam starts through YouTube comments. All right, so we've looked at how this scam all starts. It starts from Facebook, it can start from WhatsApp, it can start from YouTube comments, it could even start from Reddit comments or so many places. So these are some real life stories that I have encountered so far. There's a story that this person said he invested in a company of cryptocurrency. He tried to withdraw his 30K and he's being told to pay 14K for VAT. And then he goes on to say that I had to send 18K because they said I made VIP. So this person ended up sending 18,000 to them. And once you send them the money, the demand keeps going on and on. So when you have a situation like this, please do not send money. At least talk to someone that can really advise you. Maybe find an attorney or talk to law enforcement and ask them about this advance fee fraud. Do not just pay money because they said you should pay it. Let's move on to the second story. Okay, so here's another one. Said he joined a trading platform called 360 Fixed Pilot. He invested money, and then when it's time for him to withdraw, the broker is telling him to pay 5% taxes on profit of $104,000. This one also said he invested in HopeTrade.com, which supposedly has a registered office in Canada. The profit, they say, cannot be released until the tax is paid. This is all fake. The company's names are fake. The amount of taxes they are trying to tell you to pay is non-existent. You don't have to pay taxes in advance to get money. They're essentially telling you to pay money to get money. Doesn't work like that. So this is another real life story. Number 3. This person also invested. The way the scam took place was he's being told to buy $250 worth of Bitcoin from Cash App, then transfer it into the trading platform account online. They gave him a Bitcoin transfer wallet to send the money. So he did all of that. He invested $250 and that $250 turned into $6,000 and change. And it was time for him to get his money back, and he's being told to pay 10%. In all of this scam, all of these tricks, there's one thing that should stand out for you. First of all, the people that are trying to tell you to pay money, the emails they're sending you doesn't make sense. The grammar doesn't make sense. The sentences doesn't make sense. The keywords they are throwing doesn't make sense. So if you are getting yourself into this situation, you have to be very careful, because looking at this here, you could tell that person that's writing this, it's really just throwing keywords around and doesn't know what he's saying. And then the grammar doesn't add up. The sentences doesn't add up. And that should give you a red flag that this person doesn't really care much about the effectiveness of the communication. They just care about getting your money. And this is also going to be the last one. So this is someone that wanted to transfer his funds. I think it's 8,560 euro. And he's being told that the Internal Revenue Service treats income made from Forex trade as gross income tax. First of all, the US does not have gross income tax. So I'm not sure how they got this word gross income tax. And then as per the Income Tax Act, what Income Tax Act? All of these things should throw a red flag that you're being scammed. It also goes on to say that your profit has been sent, but it will be on hold by the IRS for clearance. Again, there's nothing like this. IRS doesn't hold people's money for clearance unless they are freezing your money for some kind of fraudulent activity or something like that. This is someone just trying to scare you about some IRS clearance and all of that. None of this thing exists, and it doesn't even make sense based on the facts here. And it says that your calculated fee, tax fee, what is tax fee of 15% as a first-time trader is 1,284 euro. All of this doesn't make sense. So if you start to recognize a pattern like this and you're being told to pay money in advance to get your money back, it is simple that this is a fraud and you should not be playing into it. You should not pay your money to anyone you don't know on the internet. Okay, so let's recap. In this advance fee fraud, the scammer convinces you, the victim, that you can earn unrealistic high profit from home. They later force you, the victim, to pay excessive fees and taxes to get your earnings. This is most of the time perpetrated by scammers who are posing as offshore forex traders, and then they also guarantee high, unrealistic profits. The profits are not real, and the fraudsters generally disappear when the victims stop paying. So when you stop paying, they will disappear. These traders, these forex traders, or what I call them scammers, do not have a CFTC or an NFA registration. Neither do they meet any exceptions. And these scams are generally conducted on social media or the messaging apps such as the WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger, Discord, and Telegram groups. If you're about to invest, prior to investing or sending money to someone you just met online, please take note of these things, okay? First of all, you need to ask them where they are physically located, ask for their office address, and if they are registered with the CFTC. So we'll go to the CFTC website and show you what they are. And if they say yes, ask for their registration ID number and verify their registration at CFTC. We're going to go to CFTC very soon before giving them any money. Now, you should also request for prospectus, which will lay out the information you need to evaluate the investment appropriately. Just because someone tells you invest and you're going to get high returns doesn't mean that you have to give out your money to that person. First of all, you have to know what that person is going to be investing in and what kind of company they're investing in. Does the company exist? Does the company have income? Does the company have any assets? You have to request for prospectus, things like that. And 100% of the time, these scammers don't even know what these are, and they're not going to be able to give you that. So you need to do due diligence before you give out your money to someone you meet on the internet or online. Now let's go to the CFTC website. Right, so CFTC stands for Commodity Futures and Trading Commission. You can come here and check to see if any of these forex or crypto traders are registered with the CFTC. There's also a form on this same website you can report, can provide tips if you're having to deal with anyone that's trying to scam you. You can provide a tip so that the government can investigate and take appropriate action. So the biggest question here is it true that you must pay tax prior to withdrawing your forex or crypto gains? And the answer is that if withdrawal of your funds is contingent upon making a tax payment, that is a huge red flag and indicates a strong possibility of a scam. You should never send money to any company or person. Taxes are paid to the IRS and not to the purported brokerage or the forex trader. They are not the tax agency or they are not the IRS. You, as a taxpayer, are supposed to figure out what your gains are, and then you pay taxes directly to the IRS. You don't pay it to these scammers. So if they're telling you that you need to send money for them to pay taxes, don't do it. Now, it's the rationale for what I'm saying is even more stronger, because if there were funds available in that account that they've shown you, the broker actually controls that fund. They have your money. So it wouldn't be that difficult for them to deduct the taxes they're asking you right now and forward the rest of the funds to you. For example, if you made profit of 100,000, which probably is fake, and they're telling you that you have taxes to pay, maybe 15%, as some of these people are saying, why can't they take the 15% out of your profit and give you the rest? So if they cannot do that, if they cannot give you your money, you know that it's a fraud, because first of all, they have control of your funds. They should be able to take out whatever fees and taxes and give you your rest. But with these scammers, they don't have it. They don't have the money to give you in the first place. So there's nothing they can do. They're not going to take any money that doesn't exist. So they want more from you. The point I'm trying to make is that when there are taxes owed or fees or charges, nothing stops these scammers from deducting those fees from the account and remitting the net amount to you. Also, a legitimate broker cannot force you to pay taxes. That is none of their business. They are required to report the income, but it is generally up to you, the taxpayer, to pay the taxes directly to the taxing authority. Let's look at some of these legitimate brokerage firms like Robinhood, Fidelity, Vanguard. They won't force you to pay taxes. If you sell stocks and you make gains, all they have to do is to report those gains on your 1099B, and then at the end of the year you file your taxes, you figure out how much taxes you owe on the stocks, and then you pay the taxes directly to the IRS. But they won't force you to pay any taxes to them. So if you're dealing with someone that's really forcing you to pay money to be able to get your money back, you need to step back, because that's a red flag and that's a fraud. All right, so finally, how do you proceed? Let's say you've been defrauded or you've been a victim of this scam going on, this advance fee fraud. Where should you be reporting? Now, the first thing I have to tell you is that when you become a victim of Forex or crypto scam, it is more likely that there are no actual funds. So first of all, the initial investment is gone. There's no money out there for you. And then if you happen to send any advance money, like advance fees to pay for taxes and other fees, that is also gone. Your funds has basically been stolen and you've been a victim of this scam. So when this happens, you can report to the following agencies. You can contact the FBI at this number here, or you can go online and report a tip with the FBI. You could also go to the CFTC website and report it. Also, if you are a senior citizen, right, someone on retirement and stuff like that, there is a national elder fraud hotline that you can report this scam for them to take action. You could also contact the law enforcement in your community to see if they can help you. But it's very important. All these people you meet online in Telegram groups and Discord groups and WhatsApp groups and Facebook comments and YouTube comments, you have to be very, very careful, because when you get scammed and your money is gone, that's it. You're never going to see it again. However, if you become a victim, make sure you're utilizing these agencies and reporting the tips. So I hope this helps you guys out. And if it does, please click share, like, and subscribe. And I'll come to you with another video. Bye.